Hi guys, Kim here. Welcome to Backyard Blooms. In today's video, we are going to talk about these Emerald Green Arborvitaes. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, Zone 8, 7B/8, and everybody on social media is talking about their Emerald Green Arborvitaes. They're like, they see some of the dying going on in the middle and it freaks them out. Well, I'm here to tell you, do not worry. This is normal this time of year. All conifer trees will lose their needles in the very middle. Now, if you see browning on the outer edge, then you might have a bigger problem. You might have blight, you might have bagworms, you might have spider mites. Those are the three that I can think of. So anyways, when you have this browning in the middle, don't fret. That is totally normal. So I have another video that's done quite well, and I'll share that video with you at the very end of this video. If you watch all the way to the very end, and you can click on that video, and I talk about the care of these Emerald Green Arborvitaes. And they've got quite a bit of attention, so you can get a little bit more information in those videos. But fall is the perfect time to plant these Emerald Green Arborvitaes. Now I have some advice for you. Now, you can either love these Emerald Green Arborvitaes or you can hate them. But honestly, they are great once you get them rooted in. But they are very, very hard, or they were for me, to get rooted in. But I made several mistakes. So first of all, I bought the smallest tree that I can get. To me, I felt like that was a mistake because the ones that had a bigger root ball, I had more success with. So that was mistake number one. So I would advise to you, number one is to buy a bigger plant with a bigger root ball. I like personally a 30-gallon container. I think if you get up into anything bigger than that, it's too big and it's really hard to plant. Advice number two is to start out with this Biotone. This is from Espoma, and it is a root starter. So I do not plant anything in my hard clay soil without starting it with a good start with Biotone. So Biotone just helps the roots get healthy and gives them a great start. So that is advice number two. Advice number three is that I use a auger from Power Planter to dig my holes. If you want to initially dig your hole with the shovel just to make a bigger hole, that is awesome. But when you use the shovel to dig your hole, you're gonna just have a big clump of clay that comes out, and it's really hard to backfill with that. So anyways, you wanna use your original soil. You never wanna take all the clay soil out of that hole, throw it away, and use some other type of soil. That is the biggest no-no that you can do. So actually you want to use all the soil that you have that you dug up. But I like to use my Power Planter because it gets all that dirt all mushed up and makes it easy to work with, and then all the roots have some really loose soil so they can spread their wings underneath the ground as well. And I have that link in my description if you're interested in that Power Planter. I have the Easy Dig Kit. Advice number four is not to plant your plant too deep into the ground. You want to give an inch to inch and a half to maybe even 2 inches above the ground so you can have some way to drain. So you're going to kind of mound it. You don't want a scoop like that. You want a mound. So an inch to 2 inches above the ground like that. Throw some compost in your hole and Biotone and mush it all up, and then plant your plant and then mound everything up to where you're going to have a mound like this. That is advice number four. Advice number five is to plan ahead and give these plants a good success. I have everything on a drip system, and I have lots of videos about my drip, so I'm not going to go into big detail. I have all the pieces and parts into my detail in the description, and you can do it yourself. It's not that hard. If I can do it myself, you can do it yourself as well. So make sure you look at all those videos about drip and give these plants a very good, successful start. Advice number six is to plant right now. Fall is the perfect time to plant these plants because we have cooler nights, we have a little bit more wet winters, and it is easier on you and is less stress on this Emerald Green Arborvitaes. Whenever you take them out of the pot or even bring them home from the nursery to your house, They are stressed out. Just like if you started a brand new job, you would be stressed out too. So nothing's different with these Emerald Green Arborvitaes. So advice number six is to plant these in the fall and give them a good start. Advice number 7 is to invest yourself in one of these moisture meters. This helped me tremendously when I was a new gardener, because I was like, are these trees unhappy? Did I water them too much? Did I not water them enough? And most likely, most of the time when they failed was because I watered them too much. That's before I had drip, and that's before I knew not to take all the soil out of the hole and we put brand new potting soil or in-ground soil into the hole. That was the biggest mistake. And actually some of these nurseries actually advise this. So no. That's what creates a big water hole, and that's what causes the roots to get rotted. And once your roots get rotted, they cannot take up any of the moisture or nutrients for them to grow. And they're just going to die. So that was my biggest mistake that I did. Don't make that mistake. So this moisture meter will tell you if it is dry or if it is too wet. If it is too wet, back off on the water. Do not water anymore for days. And then this is a good tool for you to have, and I'll have this link in the description as well. Advice number 8 is that these Arborvitaes will get disease. You need to use preventive action on them. So in May and August, at least twice a year, I will put a product on them to help control the mites. These in our zone will get spider mites really, really bad. These Emerald Green Arborvitaes, my Sprinter boxwoods, lots of different things here get spider mites. So I treat them with Captain Jack's dead bug, and I'll have that link in the description as well. And if you have bagworms, get them off your tree immediately. So you want to remove all the bagworms and then treat the tree for bagworms as well. And I believe Captain Jack's is really good for that, but you can always look up on Google what treats bagworms and they'll suggest very good products for you, and I'm pretty sure Captain Jack's dead bug will be one of those as well. So that is all my advice to you on these Emerald Green Arborvitaes. They are gorgeous and they provide an excellent screening hedge. They will get 13 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and they are a zone up to 8. So whenever you do have a hotter zone like I do in Charlotte, North Carolina, zone 8, make sure you give them adequate water. So I hope you have great success with your Emerald Green Arborvitaes. I know personally I have said many prayers over my Emerald Green Arborvitaes, and I love them, and they just make a great privacy hedge. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you hit subscribe. Don't unsubscribe me. You only have to do it once. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.